Hello, Jamie.
Hello, Doron.
How you doing?
Great being back.
Great to have you back. And to our friends, thank you for joining us. Jamie and I today are going to take you to a little-known secret in Jerusalem. You won't believe this. We are going to take you down to the lowest site in Jerusalem, the historic site of
Hell.
We are actually going to walk down to Hell, the site that the place got its name from. And we're on a main road, and just a few feet off the road is that actual site. How do we get there, Jamie?
Well, right behind me, as you can see, a steep slope going down towards a valley known as the Valley of Hinnom, which leads us down to the lowest place in Jerusalem, both geographically and morally.
So Jamie, I hear a lot of traffic. There's cars and trucks. You and I are standing on a bridge. 4,000 years ago, what would we have seen right here?
You would have bumped into Abraham and Sarah.
The actual Abraham and Sarah.
The actual ones. This is known to be the road of the patriarchs and matriarchs, the ancient road connecting between the southern end of Israel, Beersheba, all the way up north to the hills of the Galilee, to the city of Nazareth.
So that's amazing that in the same way that today, just for our viewers who don't know this, we are in a central junction in Jerusalem today, and a central junction 4,000 years ago. I mean, we have around us the King David Hotel, the Windmill of Jerusalem. I see the old city walls, the Jaffa Gate and the City of David. So the main road 4,000 years ago is the main road today, and Hell is just a few feet off the path.
Are you brave enough to go down with me?
To Hell?
To Hell.
Only with you, Jamie.
Let's go.
Let's go. We have descended. We are in the bottom of this valley, in the cleft of the cliff here. It's spooky. What is this place?
Doron, this is the historical site of Hell. This is where the events took place.
This is it, right here. Folks, we're standing in the place that all of Western civilization associates with Hell. What happened here that caused that to be?
Well, 3,200 years ago, the Israelites come into the Promised Land and they're appalled when they witness pagan local way of worship, and that is sacrificing children to the fire god Molech.
And that fire god becomes the symbol of the fires of hell.
Yes, that becomes in Hebrew Gehinnom. Why? Because as they walk around over here, they know that this place, this valley, is called Gai Ben Hinnom, which means in Hebrew
Gehenna.
Gehinnom. Right, you are. And in Arabic we say Jahannam. Jahannam coming from that word, Gai Ben Hinnom, the valley of someone called Hinnom.
How does this move into Western society?
Well, if we go back to ancient Western writings, we read that from different areas around the Western world, people wanting to describe the underworld or world of darkness called it Helia or Hella. And from that evolved the word hell, associating it with what had happened in such a place over here.
So this really deplorable act of sacrificing children to the god Molech, I know at times it tried to penetrate into Israelite society. What in general is the Israelite response to this?
Well, the Israelites as a whole did not embrace or adopt this kind of practice. This is a direct contrast to what people sanctified up in the temple that symbolized the light and sanctifying life, prosperity, and peace.
Which is amazing because not that far from here, a few-minute walk, you're at the Siloam pool where you can purify. You then walk up that pilgrimage road and you elevate out of this darkness into light to the temple.
Beautiful. That is exactly what we can read in Psalms 23. We open and read the verse, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will not fear." And Doron, that verse from Psalms 23 teaches us that mankind can elevate from darkness towards the light.
You know, it's just amazing. It's just an incredible thing that maybe the person that greatest symbolizes humanity's ability to rise above one of the greatest darknesses in the 20th century and become a person who actually saved thousands of people in the Holocaust is buried up here. And I think we should go visit his grave and take our viewers.
Yeah, you bet. Let's do that.
Let's go do it.
Here we are standing on Mount Zion, right opposite the cliff we stood under a few minutes ago.
The site of hell.
The site of Gehinnom, hell, right you are, overlooking one of the most beautiful landscapes of Jerusalem.
You know, it's amazing. Just a few years ago, this entire area was no man's land. It was a wasteland, no visitors, nobody could come here. Today, there's an incredible project being led by the City of David and the National Parks Authority the City of Jerusalem municipality, and a number of development organizations to revitalize this incredible area. There's trails, there's educational projects here beneath our feet. An excavation project is beginning for volunteers like all of you who want to come here and excavate. And I think most appropriately behind us we can see in this house in the valley, which is really a City of David recreation area, there's a Jewish chuppah that's being built for a Jewish wedding taking place tonight. It's the symbol of really, I think, people leaving their homes and breathing life back into this area. And with no further ado, Jamie, I think we should take our viewers to see the grave of that true hero of mankind.
Which is a stone throw away from where we are. Let's go up.
Let's go.
And here we are on Mount Zion, overlooking the grave of a giant known as Oskar Schindler, who lit a candle in the dark.
Oskar Schindler, many of us know who he is from the movie Schindler's List, the Academy Award-winning movie. Oskar Schindler was a man who risked his life to save thousands of Jews during the Holocaust. Today, tens of thousands of children around the world are known as Schindler Jews because of his heroism. This righteous Gentile, this incredible man, is the opposite in many ways of where we began our tour in the Valley of Hell, the Valley of Death. This is a person who rose above the darkness in a very dark time of Nazi Germany and sanctified life. And when we ask what is the answer to that, how does one leave hell? Here we can see it right in our own eyes. It's so symbolic that every person has the ability to rise their humanity to a higher level. And it's all here in Jerusalem, just off the beaten path, near the City of David in the Old City. When we come here, we can take a spiritual journey, a moral journey, historical journey, and this is really what it is to experience Jerusalem. Thank you so much, my friend, for joining.
Thank you. It was very special.
Thank you, our dear friends. We hope to see you again in ancient Jerusalem soon.
Did you like that video you just watched? Follow us here on our YouTube channel. Hit subscribe and also hit the alarm button so you can stay updated with all of the newest behind-the-scenes discoveries at ancient Jerusalem, the City of David, the place where Jerusalem began.